Hi everyone, welcome back to Dozen Cats Wellness Tarot. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having an awesome Saturday. I was supposed to do this video live tonight, but I confess I am absolutely knackered. We've had a really busy day, so I'm gonna do this pre-recorded. I know that there's lots of other shows going on tonight, so you guys can watch this at your leisure. So we have the Oracle Garden. We're going to toss some crystals in there. We also have the Moonology cards, the Moonology Oracle deck. We have the Everyday Witch Oracle and the Everyday Witch Tarot to draw from to get a nice complete message. As always, my messages are meant to provide you with a little pep in your steps, some food for thought, some gentle guidance, something to help you as you navigate along your path. This is a general message for the collective. If it resonates, please do claim it. If it doesn't, leave it behind. There's lots of information to share about this full moon, and I'm going to get into that first. This full moon is in Taurus. It is also a lunar eclipse. It is the second eclipse this month. And during lunar eclipses and this full moon, you will notice that the moon will take on sort of a red hue. This particular full moon is called the Hunter moon. And this lunar eclipse, well, all lunar eclipses really offer us like a really highly transformative kind of energy. It is going to be shedding light on aspects of our life that we need to focus on or to perhaps change. It can bring sort of like a unsettling kind of energy towards us that could stir our emotions. Eclipses heighten the energy around us. The veil, they say, thins, and we are starting to possibly notice things that we didn't notice before. Eclipses are helping us to sort of shed layers, right? Peeling back the onion, allowing us to sort of, and encouraging us to step into our more authentic self and to realign ourselves with our soul path. We can think of eclipses as leaping points, right? Where we can step into a higher sort of state of consciousness and reach a new chapter. This eclipse is in the sign of Taurus and it is in the last, is the last in a cycle. And it does hold incredible power for endings. If there is something that you are wanting to end or something that you want to close off, this eclipse is a great time, and the days around it, to take time to take action. We are encouraged to use the energies of this eclipse to close doors and say goodbye to, pains and burdens and things that don't serve us anymore. And while we may want to be in control as we navigate this process, eclipses sort of have a mysterious kind of vibe to them that just allows us to be guided to where we need to go. Under this Taurus full moon eclipse, we may find ourselves making peace with all that has come up for us. Not just presently, but from our past as well. This eclipse energy will bring us all the way back to November of 2021. And so all of this space that we have filled from this time, we are now at a position at the threshold of making peace with that. Now, there's some other planets at play here. So Pluto is also active at this time. And so we may feel a little bit of a power struggle. We may witness power struggles going on in the world around us. We have Mars and Mercury also moving together, creating the possibility for fiery conversations or harsh words. That whole sort of, thinking or not thinking before you speak. That could be something that we may run into. Jupiter is also active under this eclipse. Jupiter is the planet of expansion. And so whatever could be going on for us, we may feel that it's being magnified at this particular moment. And so it's cautioning us that with Jupiter in the mix, that we might feel compelled to overreact or react without thinking. Having said that, this energy also is allowing us to see things from a higher perspective. Jupiter is also the planet of abundance, as is the sign of Taurus. It's connected to abundance. And so this vibration will also be prevalent with this eclipse. It will bring in ideas of opportunity and expansion and abundance. Even if something doesn't turn out exactly how we hope in the moment. This particular eclipse is asking us to sort of plant seeds for the future. We are being guided to create the life for ourselves that we want, that is rich and fulfilling. Now is the time to run towards what makes us happiest and where we feel the most loved. The lunar eclipse in Taurus will aspect Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn, as well as Pluto, as I mentioned. And with all of these planets heavily impacting our energy and our emotions, it may feel like it is difficult to see straight. We may feel like gossip and relationships and those fiery conversations could be heightened or seemingly all around us. Information will be discovered and secrets could be revealed as this moon empowers us to sort of move towards our fate. The good news, the great news, is that the Taurus moon is dependable and reliable. It's very stabilizing. So really feeling like we're in that stable foundation kind of vibe, right? There is a strong mix of potent energies in the air right now with this full moon eclipse. The end of October is a very powerful time. We're in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpios are all about death and rebirth. Something ending and something beginning. So endings will happen and new beginnings will slowly emerge. The transformation will be clear. It will be unfolding. So we may feel like we're walking on a bit of a tightrope. We may feel slightly flustered or rattled with all of these intense energies. But don't lose faith, don't lose hope, The future is bright. That's a lot of information. So let's toss some stones into the garden and let's see what we come up with. Now, for those of you that have not seen the garden, this is the Oracle Garden. You can get the Oracle Garden. I will put it in the description box below the video. Many of you have seen Nancy Jean from Nancy Jean's Garden use it. This is the container that it comes in. Sorry, helps if it's right side up. And you can get this at crystaldirections.com, which is Nancy Jean's website. There are many different segments in this cloth. We have the grounding stones on the corners. We have the different stones that we use to toss. So the first one is amethyst. We have pyrite. We have calcite. We have the sodalite. And we have the fuchsite. And we toss those stones and see what we get. All right, so we have, first of all, we'll go to the pyrite in air. So that is the element of air. Now the pyrite is our grounding stone. So this says mental actions are the path for your abundance. So clarity, focus, right? Clarity, focus, that new perspective that we mentioned in all of that information. Those are going to be things that are going to help you. So taking yourself outside and grounding and just being in that sort of peaceful, serene kind of environment will help to keep you aligned, keep your vibration high. Do things to increase positive, happy vibrations. So meditation, self-care, doing some ritual releases, some journaling will help with that. Now we move to the orange calcite, which is in the element of fire. And the orange calcite represents our mind. Do not become tied to false energy of the past. Now remember, we mentioned in the information that the past could be brought forward. So while we review the past in terms of where we were in November of 2021 versus where we are now, think about the growth. Think about the lessons. Think about how you feel now versus how you felt then. Make sure that you congratulate yourself for the journey, for the healing, for the work that you have put in. Be careful not to get on that hamster wheel where you only focus on maybe the one thing that you think that you didn't do properly, well, etc. If there's something from the past that is still bothering you or you feel like you still need to work on, consider doing a release. In other words, encourage yourself, inspire yourself, motivate yourself rather than sabotaging yourself. Now we have the sodalite in false. Sodalite is our clarity. The vision is clouded at this time. I mean, no truer stone ever fell. With all of the information that I read, with all of these planets and the eclipse and the full moon, the energy is all over the place. And so you may not feel like you've got all the answers at this moment, bringing us back to, making sure that we're doing this grounding exercise, right? To review the past and not think about the things that we didn't do, but encouraging ourselves because of the things that we have done to continue to move forward, to continue to release, right? To continue to keep working towards lifting that burden. Now we have the Fuchsite, which has landed between restate, past, and fire. So we have to read all of those to get a good understanding of what this represents for us. So the Fuchsite, let's go with the restate first. The Fuchsite is our body. Options are not clear. So again, picking up on that clarity, right? Like there's a little bit of fog. We go to the past. Look to previous forms that have served you. So other things that you have done when you're doing this review of the past, other things that you have done that have made a difference, that have made an impact. And when you do that review from November 2021 till today, you will see if you're fair and honest, right? And not sort of beating yourself up. You can see the growth. You can see what worked. Allow yourself to be open to that. Now we move to fire, and that is embody your past. So there's a huge element of the past playing out here. So many of us carry hurt and pain and heartache and, wounds from the past. It's hard when we are trying to get rid of those to want to embrace it. I feel like this is sort of along the lines of saying that, I have a disability or I have an illness. That illness or that disability does not define who you are. It is something that has happened to you, something that you live with, something that you deal with, something that you cope with, something that you manage, but it does not define you. It's about acceptance for me. For example, for myself, I have anxiety panic disorder. And although I acknowledge that it has changed me and has changed my life, it does not define who I am. Now we move to the amethyst, which is right smack dab in the middle of all of these lovely components. So let's start with the heart chakra. So we have the amethyst, which is our spirit. And in the heart chakra, spirit makes the heart alive. So that connection, right? The connection to spirit. What do we feel? What does our heart say? Right? What does that connection feel like for us? What does it mean to our heart to have that understanding, that relationship, that divine guidance, that divine connection? Listen to your heart, right? The solar plexus chakra, which is your power seat. Power comes from spirit to transform and transmute. So again, going back to the spirit, going back to the guidance, the connection. If we're coming from a place of truth, which is our heart, that connection will continue to flourish, to grow, to strengthen. Therefore, growing and strengthening our own selves. Now we move to restate. Going in the right direction, but needs clarification. As we said before, we're in a bit of a fog. So we're being divinely guided, as it said in the information that we talked about in the beginning, right? Transformation will unfold. We may be rattled, but the future is bright. So patience, having faith, having hope, believing in yourself, believing in the fact that you are divinely guided and protected, that you are on the right path. Don't second guess yourself. Don't beat yourself up because you don't have all the answers. There's a little bit of trust that we're needing with this energy. All right, so now we move to the element of fire. Thoughts from the past clouding or enlightening ideas. So again, pulling in that whole thing about the past. Don't not allow the past to provide you with lessons that you can implement to be able to move forward in a way that empowers you and pushes you towards living your highest and best life, being your highest and best self. Now we move to the earth element. And that is spirit transforming, but not yet finished. So again, the patience, the faith, right? The believing. And the last one is false. And that is spirit is not aligned with this situation. So again, taking us back to the grounding, right? Like so much confusion. So going back to the grounding and making sure that we're listening to ourselves and loving ourselves and embracing ourselves, making sure that we're doing our daily spiritual practices to keep that connection, sort of in top form, I want to say. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to move these just off to the side here. We're going to pull a couple of cards from the Moonology deck. To see what else we can get. Well, that was fast. I love it. We have full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. Show the world the real you. I love that. Who are you? What are you about? What are your hopes? What are your dreams? Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. All right, we'll take one more. Sorry about my phone going off. I forgot to turn it off. And we have expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Meditate and contemplate and show the world the real you. This is a little deck. This is the Everyday Witch Tarot, and they're so tiny, friends. Look at how tiny they are. When I bought this mini deck, I didn't think it was going to be this mini. But it's a lovely little deck. I love it. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Okay. Wow, we've got the Wheel of Fortune flying out right away, right? Oh, we've got two cards here. We've got the Strength card coming out. So showing the world the real you, right? In terms of the stones, this is your inner bravery, your inner courage, reminding yourself that you are safe, that you are protected, that you have the strength, the wherewithal, the sort of I want to say the sort of the power that you need to go through tough energies and tough times, right? Reminding yourself literally of who you are so that you can then turn around and show the world the real you. We have the Wheel of Fortune popping out next, which is all about learning the lessons to continue that momentum and that forward movement, right? If we don't learn the lessons and we don't implement them, then we may feel like we're just spinning our wheels. Let me turn my phone off. I'm so sorry. I do apologize. Bear with me, friends. Bear with me. All right. Our next card is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Now, this is in the challenge position, so this is important. And I love this, being in the challenge position. This is moving away from troubled waters to a safer shore, to a calmer shore. So we've gone through some stuff. We're on our way out of it. If we choose to let ourselves believe and trust, right, in our strength, while we learn the lessons, while we implement the lessons. This is about our patience and our faith that while we are doing that, while we are in this transformative state, right? If we give up, if we throw in the towel, if we're like, this is too much, this is like you're meditating and you're contemplating kind of moment, right? If you take what you're getting and you marinate in it, with it, all around it, try to shift the perspective, right? To promote the positivity that you can find in it rather than focusing on the negative of it, whatever it may be for you. That's how you can continue that Six of Swords vibe. And our outcome card, wow, look at that. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. You know, the stage of life that you feel content and joy and blessings, and like you can take a deep sort of breath and release and just feel completely like, at peace and unburdened. Beautiful, beautiful energy. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Four of Swords. Meditate, contemplate, rejuvenate. So take care of yourself. Self-care, self-soothing, doing things that bring you joy, doing things that make you happy. Listen to your body, listen to your intuition, that inner guidance. You know, like if you need to sleep, then sleep. If you need to feed your body by going outside and taking some time in nature to promote clarity and focus, you need to take a bubble bath to sort of, you know, let the troubles of the day go. Listen to your body. Let your body guide you. Make sure you provide yourself with opportunities to bring in clarity and focus by, journaling, being creative, dancing around the living room, playing with your pets, reading a book, doing things that make you happy. I love it. Look at that. Make a move. This card to me is about, showing the world the real you, but really what it's about is taking a leap of faith, believing in yourself, as we said before, right? The hope, the belief, the faith. Let's pull one more. Wow, look at that. Prosperity and abundance. And I mean, that's the Nine of Pentacles, right? Prosperity and abundance. And remember that that's what Jupiter is, as well as the sign of Taurus. Prosperity and abundance. Outstanding reading. Buckle up, friends, because it feels like it could be a bumpy ride if it's unexpected, right? I feel like if we have this kind of message, we have this kind of guidance, we have an understanding of what can happen, that allows us to be able to navigate a lot easier. Have faith, have trust, believe in yourself, listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, your gut instinct, your body. Make sure that you are doing things to promote positivity and happy feelings so that you keep your vibration high, so that your connection is clear and open. Make sure you ground and you journal and you meditate so that you can have that clarity and that focus and that perspective. It's a powerful, powerful, powerful sort of moment that we're in. But the future is so bright. Outstanding. I will leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we see each other again, I wish you many, many, many blessings. Mwah. Have a great night.